All right, I'm back, right where I left off. Wow, it feels like I never left. It's been a week since I played, but yeah, it feels like I just left. And wow, look at these leaves falling. This is the first time I've noticed this in Minecraft. Either I'm not observant or this is something new. But look at that. What am I doing? All right. Use at least some type of tool. Bring this with me. I don't need too many of those. Gotta get... Wow, look at this. Yeah. So I gotta get right back up there on top of that. Get back to the start of my base. Right up that way. Would like to harvest some honey. Really, I'm gonna wait till I get shears. I'm gonna make my own beehives eventually. I've got a sapling. What is that? Wow, oh, look at that leaves. All right, I need to get up to date on what's going on with Minecraft these days. I think I'm a little bit out of touch. And here we go. This is going to be a fun climb. This is what I get. This is about midday. Look at that. Ah, here we go. Right back into the creepy forest again. What am I doing here? Alright. I got my torches around here. And I've been reading up about those monsters a little bit. Looks like there's like a creaking heart around here somewhere. Apparently, if you harvest enough resin, you can make your own creaking heart. I think you have to put a resin block between 2 blocks of wood. And supposedly there should be a creaking heart around here somewhere. Now you can't hurt those things unless you destroy the heart. But if you hit those things, they will like leak out bits of resin or something that gets stuck in the trees. Something like that. But I think it's supposed to give you like a hint as to where it is. I don't know, something like that. I bet I could figure it out. You know what? They're not scared away by torches, but at least I can put enough torches up and keep away like all of the zombies and other stuff. So it'll give me a bit of an easier time with them. But eventually, once I get this under control, and once I get a source of food, a real source of food, I'm gonna have to go over and check out the jungle over this way, right? Alright, there's a lush jungle right there just waiting to be exploited and have the resources extracted. Look at that. I need some bamboo. That's what I need. I need to get some bamboo. But not yet. We're gonna... What is that? Is that a jungle temple right there? Look, I have to go explore. I can wait. I can wait. I got stuff to do here. I haven't set up my bed or my spawn point yet. But, yeah. Oh, look. Azaleas. So we know there's some lush caves right below here. And is that... Wait, am I seeing things? I could swear I saw a jungle temple. Am I just seeing those? No, that just looked like cobblestone. It's not. That's the treetop there. No, no, it was the azalea bush. I don't know, for some reason from a distance. Yeah, that was totally looking like a jungle temple. It looked like cobblestone with moss on it, right? Alright, well, I better get going. I need more torches. I need a lookout tower. And I need to set up my bed. I need to gather plenty of wood. And where am I? I'm just wandering around in here now. I'm short on food. I did not cook any of this meat I got. Not that I have a ton of meat. And what? Is there an actual snowy biome here? This close? Look, there's a snowy biome. How about that? That makes things kind of interesting. Oh, there's just this little area of snow. Look at that. That is pretty neat. And I heard a zombie. Gotta be underground there. Alright, I'm walking slow. Alright, here's my torches. Yeah, I'm walking slow because I'm low on food. I'm going right in here. Yeah, so we got snow on one side and jungle on the other. I'm going right into this house I have made of weird white looking wood. Oh yeah. We explored down here. Doesn't really go anywhere. There's some stuff to... We gotta mine some stuff out of there, that's for sure. But it's not a full deep cave. But I bet we can dig deeper and find some good stuff. Where should I put a bed? You know what? I want to make this like the area where I keep my bed, I think. I want to flatten this out and just dig this out. Or do I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. No, I don't have a pick. Well, I sure have enough cobblestone. Alrighty. I shouldn't spend... Oh, you know what? Once I get a bed set up, I can sleep anytime I want to. You know what? This can be raised off the floor. I'll have a nice flat surface here. Makes it more like a real room. You know what? This is where my bed's going. Right there. Not super decorative, but this will work. Alright, so we got a spawn point anyway. It's not dark out yet. You know what? Torches. You know what? Do I have any more sticks in? You know what? Make sure we have enough charcoal around when we need it. Make some more torches, maybe. You know what? You know what I need? And you need another one of these guys. You know what? Why am I not making something like this? There we go. I'm going to use up my stone axe first, even though I probably shouldn't. Alright, this will get me going. This is enough to get started, right? What if it's dark out yet? Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah, it's it is dark. You know what? Alright, I'm going to eat something first. I do want to see if I want to see what else. I want to see what's out there. I'm going to go check it out. You know what? When it's dark, I can see exactly where we need torches. If it gets too crazy, I can run back inside. I heard something. Yeah, I heard a creaking. Oh, I heard it. Whoa! Yeah, every time, I swear, every time those things freak me out. Okay, look at that. It's shooting resin out. I think that's going to lead me to the heart. Right there in that tree. Okay, so we're getting resin in the tree every time I hit it. There's more resin in the tree. Look at that. I hit the thing. Every time I hit it, more resin in the tree. As long as I don't have any other zombies around or anything, we're good, right? I need to light this place up pretty well, though. I don't know how I'm going to do that with these guys around. Can't turn my back to it. Not turn my back to this thing, but I need to put lights up. I need to keep the zombies and stuff. Well, look at that, sending out more resin. I think that means that's where the heart is. I don't want to destroy it because I want to keep this guy around and be able to get more resin, right? I don't want to destroy the heart, but I mean, I better see if I can make my own heart, right? Okay, I don't think I'm getting more resin the more I hit this guy, so I don't know if that makes a difference. I know as soon as I turn my back, he's going to hit me, so I can't see if I'm running into a zombie or something. I don't hear any zombies. Is he moving? Yeah. Not fast, but he's moving. Bam. Bam. Yeah. There can't be. No, there's more than one of them. No. There's two of them. That's how they hit me. Look at that. Is there another one of those things? They each come from a different heart. That's what it is. Alright, well, I identified another heart, huh? So there's at least one of those things here, huh? You're not gonna come not getting me in here. Alright, can I sleep even? Yes. Doesn't say monsters nearby. Alrighty. Nobody's still out there. They can't still be out there, right? Alright. Look at that. So I know there's a heart inside here, right? It's one of those things. Stay away from me. Stay away. You know what? I want to find the other one, so I don't lose track of it too soon. Right there. See that tree with the resin? Yep, some resinous tree right here. Yeah, right here. Got some resin. But I don't need too much of this to make a resin block, right? Look at all that nice resin. Supposedly there's one of those hearts inside here. I don't know what it looks like. I didn't look that up yet. Okay, was that it? And I just destroyed it or something? Okay. Yeah, because the color's different. Look at that. All right. Oh, got some resin. Yeah, see, this is all white wood. That thing is like, oh, okay. Look at the color on that. That is something. I'm gonna destroy it when I break it. When I break it, that thing's getting destroyed. And yeah, I got some experience and some resin, and no more creakings from this thing. I don't want to get rid of them all because I don't know how many more hearts there are in this forest. I don't know how common those hearts are, right? Are there more? You know, is that one that's left the last one left? I don't want to destroy the last one and not have access to resin anymore, right? This would be like my only resin source. This is going to be important. I'm going to, you know, until I can make my own hearts, I want to not lose resin, right? I want to spot those things coming out when it first gets dark out. I want to see what that looks like. I think they just spawn within a certain radius around the heart. That's what it is. More zombies in a cave. Nothing to worry about here. Alright. I should chop down more trees and build my tower. I should get some water up here. I need some iron I need a bucket. I need an iron bucket. I need like a renewable food source, right? More torches around, fewer zombies, right? Let's get this whole area as safe as possible for now, just so I can kind of do stuff when it does get dark. I think we're in pretty reasonably okay shape, though. It's an interesting forest, anyways. We have these moss carpets and stuff. And it leads to a regular oak forest. Look, all right, we got it. Oh, nice. A nice little ravine here. And oh, there we go. Lush cave down there. But there's a lot of nice stuff to explore. That's going to be my source of all sorts of resources. And a creeper. Yeah, I hate these things. Not a fan of these guys. Righty. I'm just randomly running around the forest here, placing torches all over, trying to safeten up the area. I think we're pretty good. don't have to be too paranoid about torch spamming these days. I swear it was different in the past. Maybe it's my imagination, I don't know. But, alright. Let's see what we can do with this anyways. Alright, I'm low on food already. Alright, first I'm gonna need a bucket. I better get started on this sooner rather than later. Right, so a bucket. I know I'm gonna want shears, right? That's always a smart thing to gather, and good to keep it here until I need it. Maybe I'll be hungry enough for rotted flesh at some point. Alright, what can I do with all this resin? Resin block. Alrighty, new recipes. Creaking heart. Does it tell me about the creaking? Alright, so I can make my own creaking heart. That's all I need. So I need 9 resin and 2 of these blocks. I can make my very own creaking heart. How about that? Should I do it though? Should I make a creaking heart? Why not? Right? There we go. There's my own, very own creaking heart. And I think you have to place it in one of these forests. I don't know. Does it have to be in a pale forest? You know what? I'm going to collect some more resin while I'm at it. It's still daytime and everything. I'm just going to collect the resin. I know there's a heart up here. I got a creaking heart. I can make at least one more. I may as well destroy this creaking heart, right? And I'm curious how safe this place will be. And you know what? I'll hunt down the others. If there's any more, I'm going to hunt them down before I go trying to reset up another creaking heart, right? There it is. There's the creaking heart. It was like golden with resin until I chopped the block underneath it. And it looks like while I'm at it, getting plenty of wood here. I have to pick up all these logs. I am eventually going to make my tower. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make my lookout tower. I'm going to get way up there and get a good view of everything that's around here. That's just one of the things I always do with every world I make. Whoa, there we go. Look at that. Nice bunch of logs there. Getting started. Should not be using my axe for this, but whatever. My stone axe. I swear, it just looks like it's getting... I don't even know what time of day it is. Close to night, midday. It just feels weird here. Alright, more sapling. Look at those weird looking pale oak saplings. Alrighty, I'm gonna be seeing more saplings. I'm gonna pick them up. I like to do renewable forestry, right? I like to renew my resources here. I do kind of need a little garden. You know, this is as good a place as any. Just build it right on top of my house here. I think I could do that. I don't have a shovel yet. I know this is like right on top of my bed is probably almost right under here. Alrighty. We got some seeds, right? And some moss blocks. How about that? And what I'm going to do with those moss blocks, but sure. Wow, that moss just breaks way too easily. Should I just put dirt there? I don't know. You know what? Moss is nice. You know, I want nice moss carpeting right outside my Yeah, right outside my door here. That is fine. Moss blocks are fine. All right, you know what? I almost feel like I should put my bed on top of like a bed of moss or something. Be kind of fun. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put my bed. I'm gonna still set my spawn point. All right, right there. We had a nice moss bed here, right? Nice area, like moss, comfy moss carpet. That looks comfortable, right? Moss isn't bad, unless it's damp. I don't know. All right, I guess it's night now. It's close enough to night that I can sleep anyway. All right, now I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna leave all this stuff in here. My creaking heart there. All this unnecessary. You know what? I'm gonna bring some dirt. You know what? I should find a correct way to get up. I'm gonna get water, plant some stuff, and next step after that, I'm gonna start building a tower with the wood that I do have. And maybe I should build something with these. Maybe I should build something out. I'll build like an above ground house out of cobblestone or something. But you know what? For now, I'm going down for. I should get another bucket. I should have 2 buckets. I can't make an infinite water source with only one, right? I'm gonna have to go up and down. This is not fun, right? Who wants to go up and down? I have to go down there twice. I should not have made those shears, right? Oh, what's done is done. Look at all these leaves on the ground. This is pretty nice. This is definitely new. All right, I can do this. This is an easy jump. Almost didn't make it. Okay, I got something throwing tridents at me. What is that growing up there? Is it gonna fall? I don't think it's following me up here. It could, though. Those things can be persistent. You know, it's daytime. It's not that dangerous, right? As long as I'm not right there in the water. He's not throwing a trident up here. I'm safe. I think I'm safe. I'm going to need, like, you know, I'm going to need a ladder coming up here, right? I'm going to need a ladder coming up. Look at that, a dead fish. Yeah, but there's definitely drowned with, there's drowned down there. What time is it even? All right, it's not too late. And I am getting hungry. I can't run very fast. Not enough to. What is this? Firefly bush? Interesting. Yeah, I read about that. I have not seen these yet. I want to plant this thing. And more saplings. Or another sapling anyway. And more seeds. Alright. Firefly. We'll see how that it look. All right, looks like there's fireflies in it, or stuff that looks like firefly. That is pretty neat. Be nice if you could breed them, or if they were like a renewable resource, right? That is a pretty neat thing to add to the game. All right, so what? You know what? I better just get this whole water situation taken care of quick. While I'm at it, I'm grabbing this guy. I'm just gonna have this on me. I'm good to go. I'm gonna want my first infinite water source right over here. That is gray water. That is really, I guess it has to be kind of not, you know, you can't be too vibrant in a colorless place. Even the sky is gray, right? So I guess if the water's gray, that kind of makes sense. It is kind of freaky. That is freaky. Gray water, light gray water. I don't know if it's getting close to night. I cannot tell. I can't tell if it's close to sunset or not. Yeah, midday. Look at that. And yeah, I'm low on food. I am not healing very quickly. And I know there's a drown down there somewhere who's going to throw tridents at me. Shouldn't stick around too long. I am not ready to have someone throwing tridents at me. No, nothing good. Nothing good down here. Always going up a different way. Oh, always something different, right? Never be the same way twice. And I was here before. Look at that. This is where I was. And almost back, almost back. There we are. All right. Let's go infinite water source. There we go. All the water I want. Okay, yeah. A disadvantage of moss here, huh? You can't grow stuff on it. Fortunately, it breaks nice and easy. That is a little bit far. My water source. Let's start planting. We only got 10 seeds anyways. And we are now in a seedy place. Got a new advance, and that's it. Tiniest plot ever, right? We need more seeds, seriously. Fortunately, there's plenty of grass. I have found myself with spawn points where I'm in like in Badlands. There's like no grass at all, almost. Just like it's a wasteland. It's what it is. Here, this is pretty decent. I'm getting some seeds. This is not bad. I don't know how people do it in the desert if you can't get to another biome or something. And I know there's zombies down there. And they're almost like below that lava pit, but whatever. And there we go, it's raining. Oh, we have 10 more seeds, look at that. Some pale haunted, basically haunted forest. And I'm growing a garden, look at that. I should get some sleep. I don't want to deal with any monsters right now. Not until I have my lookout tower. And some more resources. And some food, actually. I don't have food. Oops. I don't have a real source of food. I need at least food before I start dealing with monsters, right? I have no way to heal myself. I'm basic. Did I have another piece here? No. No, I think that's it. I'm out. You know what I need? You know what? I'm not going to worry about that. I'll build a ladder later. Build my tower right here. All right, let's go. I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna put some water here. And I better grab some more. Should make that 4x4. There we go. Nice landing spot. Alright, I'm going to make it right over here, but I'm going to start out with one big line. I'm just going to get as high as I can get on here. Getting right on up there. Make it at least 64 blocks high to start. We're going to get up there. We're going to get pretty far up there. Alright, already, look at that. Nice view of the forest here, right? We only have a little snowy area over there, right? Just a little bit. I guess it's high enough up or something. It's a slightly, little sliver of a cold area. Yeah, look at a lot of jungle. Now, this goes a pretty good ways this direction. I wouldn't have thought, right? Would have thought it went more the other direction. But look at that. And wow, look at all that. There's what is that over there? Those can't be more of those pale oak trees, right? They are. Just random pale oak trees over there, just by themselves. A lot of bamboo. So that's a meadow over there, and look at that in the distance. Got some nice cherry trees. I'm going to have to get some cherry trees. I'm going to have to plant some closer by. How many? Yeah, I don't know if, you know, I'm going to plant some in here. I just think it would be kind of neat. I'm going to build a base here, but I don't know if I want to make it like my real home. Honestly, I think a good place for a home would be right over there in that meadow. Although meadows are great places to breed bees. I think I'd like to put something over there. Build like a nice castle over there or something. Maybe have a bridge coming back to here. And like make another bridge going over to the jungle. I don't know. Most of the jungle's not that high up though. But yeah, I'll see how that all works out. This is exactly what I needed. This is a nice lookout tower. I can get higher though. I can see more. This is a pretty interesting world to be in, right? Nice spot. And I think I spawned like right on the edge around here somewhere is probably my spawn point. So somewhere around there I spawned, right? And I think these were burning not long ago. I think that was probably lightning that did that. And the stuff right down below me is from the lava. All right, 64 blocks high, and look, we were already on top of a mountain, so add 64 blocks, we're almost in the clouds. I don't really need a tower much higher than this. I think this is as high as I need to go. I might go a little bit higher, but I think this is good. I don't know. I built higher towers. I think this is good. 64 blocks is sufficient. This is good enough. Maybe if I feel like really going high, I'll do it later. This is good for now. I don't know what that is over there. Are those mushrooms or like village houses or something? Those are mushrooms. They're definitely mushrooms. I am not seeing a village. I need like a big grassland. I bet there's grasslands down that way. I need like a grassland or savanna or something to find a village. My best bet would be to take a boat across this ocean over here. Yeah, look at that. So I'm going to jump down and build this tower into like a real tower and not just a bunch of blocks stacked up here. So here we are. Let's jump down here and survive. All right. So we got a pretty okay setup starting to go here. We got our tower started. We got some stuff planted here. We got a little garden growing, right? And I can chop down as much of these trees as I want because I'm just going to replant them. Renewable forestry, right? That's the way to go. I'm going to need, if I want to go back up here, I'm going to need a ladder. So look at that. Look at that right here. Right here. There's a heart. I said there's plenty of them. There's another one. This is the one thing that did not burn. That's why. These did not burn. So there's a heart here. There's got to be plenty of these in this forest, right? There's a heart here, and there's a heart over here. There's two of these things at least. I don't know if I need a heart. You know what? They're good for resin, if nothing else. Although how much resin is going to get on it when it's like that, right? If it doesn't have any branches around, is this really going to make me some resin? I could place some more branches around it. That would work. Maybe like my, whatever. This is not going to be super safe at night until I get rid of those things. Maybe place them a little bit further away from my base. I know there's some good ones down this way though, right? I know deeper into this forest, I'm going to come across more. There's more out here. Like I know it. I'll never know where they are until I start killing those things, or still I start hitting those things, and the resin starts appearing on the trees, right? Like I'll be able to track them down if I find them, but otherwise I won't know which tree. But hey, I've got two right here, just like that. I almost feel like I may as well destroy this, but it's kind of neat how it's just there like that. Anyways, time to work on my tower here. I am really just wasting these blocks, huh? I mean, I have plenty of them, but still. This is plenty of trees to chop down here. There'll be enough wood to build as big a tower as I want, and pretty much do whatever else I want. I could build like a nice big house out of just this wood. Do I want to? That's another story. I don't know. I don't know. What should I do? I should make water surrounding this whole thing, right? That would be the right thing to do, right? I'm hearing a zombie. I know it's underground. I know where that thing is. Alright, here we go. Pretty standard stuff here. I'm going to put a door here. eventually. We don't need one right away. Let's just go like this and put a couple torches here. Just for, and I should be putting torches going all the way up, right? All the way up this, I need torches on it. I need this thing lit up so I can see it from a distance. That's the other thing. It can act as like, basically it's a landmark, right? It'll help you spot your base. Like you'll see this from a long distance away. This is why you want to build towers, right? Besides that, they're just they're just you want to have a landmark, and you want to be able to look at stuff far away, right? And it's just fun to build. I mean, I just like building stuff. That's what Minecraft's all about, right? It's about building stuff. That's what we're doing. All right, getting towards about time to add some more. Oh yeah, I should have added more already, huh? Get some torches in there. Let's get back to building. And if this were all the wood I had, I would be in big trouble now. Fortunately, I've got, well, you know, I could just chop my way through this stuff and get out that way, but fortunately, I have more wood. I'm not in too bad shape. I should put down some more torches. All right, crouching down here. Yeah, I gotta make sure I put frequent enough torches. I can kind of see that the part of the forest that I have lit up there. Look at that. I can see what's lit up so far. And this is going to be dangerous when I get back down there. I know those things are going to be down there. I know it. Alright, so I can see some stuff's lit up. A good amount of this forest is lit up. Plenty of it isn't lit. I don't know if those things are down there waiting for me. Pale Oak Forest, yep. What does it say when I check the stats here? Biome. Pale Garden, right? So it's just Pale Garden. Alright, I see those things down there. You know, I think I'm about ready to call it quits for the day. And look at that. We got creepers and zombies wandering around down there. I'm not seeing any of those creaking things. Alright, so I know I need to jump from this block, right? They could be anywhere. And they won't come after me unless I see them. They'll know that I saw them. They go into my field of vision. Then they start following me. I think that's how that works. Whoa, alrighty. I'm not equipped to deal with that. I'm really not. I'm not equipped to deal with the skeleton. I don't have any food. I don't have any hearts. No armor. I have a sort of okay weapon here, but that's it. You know, I should be switching to third-person view like this to look at those creakings. That way I could like turn my back on them and watch them approach me, right? That's what I should have been doing. I mean, just for fun, right? All right, I'm gonna go to sleep. That's it. I gotta call it quits for tonight. I'm gonna have to come back and keep kind of expanding operations later, but that is it. Time to call it quits for now. But we'll be jumping back on here. We're gonna see how we can expand things. We're gonna have to go out and get some cherry trees and plant those in the Pale Garden. We're gonna have a weird. I wonder if the cherry trees still retain their pink color in the pale garden. That would be interesting to see. I'm kind of curious what they look like, but we're going to find out. We're going to go get some cherry trees. We're going to plant them here. We're going to finish our garden, build it bigger, get some food, finish our tower, maybe build a bigger base, get some real resources, build some armor, all that good stuff. We got a lot to do, but it's going to have to be next time. I got to call it quits for tonight. All right, guys, see you later, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. You don't want to miss the rest of this, but we also do a lot of other great game stuff. We're doing like Switch games, PC games, doing like Zelda, Pokemon, all the good stuff. Like every game that's out. If it's a game, I'm probably playing it. So definitely you want to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon, and leave a comment down below if you think I should do something different in this Minecraft world, or if you think I should cover a different game. If you think I should be playing other games and sharing that stuff, leave a comment down below. You might want to give me a thumbs up, but that's it for today. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on that next video.